It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games. They can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. 2 lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, AMB, FAE.
What's that?
Avoid mistakes, be fast and efficient.
Wow. FMB.
Where do you come up with that?
FAE?
AMB, FAE.
Okay.
Avoid mistakes,
Okay.
be fast and efficient.
God, man, that's quick and fast
Yeah,
and
it's
hurry.
going to be an exciting matchup. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
AMB, FAE.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's East versus West here in Milwaukee. The Bucks hope to put on a show for this home crowd. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. Last season, they split the series with each team able to win on the road.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. But last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
And now the Lakers starting group. The lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wing. The big men are Nance and Lopez. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. Clark, I know that coaches have specific things they're looking to see this early in the season from their team.
Yeah, I think you want to see players figuring out how to make the most of their talents. You want to help them figure out how best to plug into what their teammates are doing and who they are as individual players. And then you also want to see your team find ways to assert their will on the game, either offensively with pace or defensively with aggression.
Here's Parker. Following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Maker. Good D by Lopez. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Ingram kicks to Nance. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. This one for three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bledsoe outside. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Ball. Shot's good by Middleton.
Middleton is a 45% career shooter thus far. I mean, this is a guy you can't give any room to off picks especially.
Now, here's Ball. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington.
Yeah, excellent work on the boards that night. Always in attack mode, and that allowed him to get plenty of rebounds.
It's tipped.
Boy, the defensive hustle there by Middleton. Stretching out and getting his hand on that shot. Excellent effort.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Stolen by Middleton. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. They get the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's good. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
Boy, he is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now here's Bledsoe. Tight defense on him. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And again, the Bucks miss. The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Ingram. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Ingram's got his first 2 points.
Boy, the perception of Ingram, the awareness, seeing a lane and pouncing on it in a blink of an eye.
The Bucks trail. Over to the left wing. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Caldwell Pope with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington. Ball with a wide open look. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Milwaukee.
And they featured a pretty balanced attack, a good mix of the inside and the outside game. There was just no way to come at them defensively because they were so good at adapting to the situation.
Off the inbound pass, he lays it in.
Strong screen there from Lopez, who just removed the defender from the equation.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Parker, a screen on Nance. They set the pick. Middleton outside. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Over Caldwell Pope, and again, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Man, that's a nice looking stroke from Antetokounmpo. What can't this guy do?
Ball, the pass to Nance. Dishes the ball. Caldwell Pope for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Caldwell Pope's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. Got it. Good job in the low post. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
And Antetokounmpo is so clever near the hoop. I mean, I just marvel at how physically intimidating this workhorse is. He absolutely destroys whoever's put in front of him.
Lopez, no luck.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Maker with a screen for Bledsoe. And there's the pass to Parker. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off. Well, you look at the Lakers as an organization, and we know historically one of the great sports organizations in any sport. The reputation, though, has been slipping a bit in recent years. The front office moves last season, bringing what they hope will be some stability and certainly a bit more prestige to the team.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. The kick out to Antetokounmpo from beyond the arc, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one. Nance a screen. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Nance sets a screen for Ingram. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Now let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most elite low post scoring threats. The 4th spot held down by Jabari Parker.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Which is what makes that such an interesting collection of players for me. So much contrast in their methods, but success all around. It goes to show how many different ways there are to get it done in the post.
Here's Caldwell Pope following the basket by Chris Middleton. Caldwell Pope kicks to Nance. Will it go? And Ball slams it in.
Lonzo Ball, pretty impressive athlete. I mean, bouncing off the ground for that slam, impressive.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jason Kidd.
Well, Kevin, speed will be on display this evening. He told his players, get out and transition every chance they get and try to turn this into a track meet. We'll see if they can have their running shoes on tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Maker with a screen for Bledsoe. Shot clock reset for the Bucks. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Well, Thon Maker is a project player, Clark, for his team, taken 10th overall in the 2016 draft. Has great size, and he moves well, but it's going to be a few years before he gets to where he needs to be.
I agree with you, but with big guys, you can afford to be patient when you see that they have a work ethic and a commitment to getting better, are willing to learn and grow, and then you factor in his athleticism and size. I think it's a weight that's going to pay big dividends for the Bucks.
Clark, when you look back at all the coaching you received and all the coaches that you've covered, what allows a coach to have a team buy in to what he wants to do?
I think there are a couple of things there, Kevin. One is authenticity, being who you are as a man and a coach. Whatever your personality is, whatever your hallmark pillars are as a coach, the things that you don't allow to be negotiated, staying true to that. But authenticity is huge. And then adaptability, being able to be flexible within your authenticity. Those things, to me, give you the most credibility as a coach and give you a chance to one, be enjoyable to play for and also successful.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Nice work there coming off the screen.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Clarkson passes to Zubac. Here's Hart. And he lays it straight in. Hart's got his first bucket in this one.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Teletovic dishes to Liggins. Unloads from 13. Maker misses.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Launches it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Improving shot mechanics. Good height on that jumper. Nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Here's Liggins. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The shot by Brogdon wide open from outside off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Clarkson passes to Hart. He dishes it to Randall. Over to Teletovic. Off the left rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Liggins, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 1.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Liggins. And they call an illegal screen here.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Brogdon. He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, and I like what I'm seeing right now.
The Bucks making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Clarkson against Brogdon. And here's Clarkson. He has 5. Pass to Hart. Got a piece of it. Here's Snell. Pass to Brogdon. He feeds it to Henson. Stolen by Zubac. One-on-one fast break. Here's Kuzma. Randall kicks to Clarkson. Hits the three-point bomb. Clarkson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, coming into the league with a little hitch in his shot, something Clarkson's worked hard to iron out.
Henson the pass to Brogdon. Finds himself wide open and drills it. A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Hart. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Over in the corner, Randall. There's the pick. Passes it to Hart. Banked in off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 4.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Liggins. 1:15 left here in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Brogdon with it. Out defended by Randall. It's hauled in by Zubac. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Kuzma. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Teletovic. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
And as Milwaukee continues to invest in the Bucks and this whole franchise, the upcoming stadium just one part of the equation. The team also starting their first year with an exclusive G League team.
Well, and that team is out in Oshkosh, Kevin, and should act as a really good resource for developing young players for the Bucks. I mean, a lot of teams have followed this trend, and the Bucks, they went from plan to action very quickly with that.
Here's Liggins following the bucket by the Lakers. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
So dangerous on the offensive glass. Randall in beast mode.
Henson with the screen. Here's Liggins. Feeds it to Snell. Off the screen. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
Here's Clarkson. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. Hart is out there with Clarkson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Randall. And it's Kuzma in at small forward.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Here's Kuzma. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Here's Randall. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Snell. And the rejection by Zubac. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Lakers second.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
That one is off. And for the Lakers, a big boost to their franchise fortunes this summer. They not only stay in the top 3, but move up a spot and able to draft hometown kid Lonzo Ball.
And, you know, the Lakers drafting second in the lottery for the 3rd straight year, Kevin. You got to cash in on those picks eventually. And Ball, I think, has the chance to be really an outstanding player. Maybe the best of all their young players, although Brandon Ingram, I think, has a tremendous ceiling. The comparisons to Jason Kidd with Ball, I understand those and don't disagree with them. He can potentially be the kind of franchise point guard you build around.
The feed now to Liggins. Count it. Liggins has got his second bucket of the night. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. 8 points for him. Over in the corner, Randall. Kuzma passes to Clarkson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Jordan Clarkson, a second rounder out of Missouri. He's got some offensive talent.
Yes, he does. I love his game. He's solid as a jump shooter. He's athletic, can make plays for others. His defense continues to get better. He brings a lot to the table. I like this young man's game a lot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Parker's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Tony Snell. Chris Middleton's checked in for DeAndre Liggins. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Bucks trail by 7. It's tipped. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
Nance dishes to Clarkson. Lakers passing it around. Here's Lopez, a second chance effort. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He tries for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Ball's checked in for Clarkson. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Shots good by Middleton.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Now here's Ingram. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Wizards in Washington. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Ball with it, guarded by Bledsoe. Ball kicks to Lopez. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Middleton. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And, you know, Henson's height and length and reach makes him a force on the glass. He does a nice job chasing down those rebounds.
Now, here's Ball. 6 points for him. And Nance kicks to Ball. Nance a screen. Lock at 6. And that one's good. Ingram.
Gotta like seeing Ingram get going down underneath the rim. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Here's Bledsoe. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Screen by Parker. Middleton for 3. Another miss by Middleton.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ball kicks to Lopez. The dish to Caldwell Pope. Back to Lopez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks trail by 4. Middleton the pass to Henson. Another shot. No good on that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Phenomenal court vision by Parker. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league.
Nance a screen. Lopez kicks to Caldwell Pope. To the inside. Parker with the steal. Stolen by Middleton. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. The game now all-time. Antetokounmpo's got 15. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Lopez. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Here's Bledsoe. It's deflected. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ball. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a pretty unorthodox slingshot shooting form for Lonzo Ball. Greg brings it up on the left side of his face.
Yeah, but he's still got great balance, and the lower body mechanics are perfect. Good wrist action on the follow through. Sometimes we get caught up so much in the motion to get to the shot. It's about the release point. And when you get there with this guy and the confidence with which he plays, I think it's a non-issue.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
Thon Maker's checked in for Henson. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions. So I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I tell you what, he is a deceptive athlete. When you look at Jabari Parker, he does a lot of things easily from an athletic standpoint. He's stronger than he looks, has much bounce and agility. Man, I love this guy's upside. Just hope he can stay healthy.
And Parker drops them both. And for Parker, it seems that everything he does on the floor is slightly deceptive. Moves smoothly, Clark, but covers a ton of ground with his steps.
Yeah, despite his size, he's got a gracefulness that belies his size. He's smooth and effortless in all that he does. A lot of players matched up on him just get overwhelmed by his explosiveness, and his skill set is right on par with his athleticism. That's a dangerous combo.
Here's Middleton following the basket by Brook Lopez. No good from Bledsoe.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Caldwell Pope wishes the ball. He kicks it to Nance. The pass to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Maker. Here's Middleton, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
I like seeing Middleton throw it down like that. Boy, he's a great athlete, and he finishes with a little style, too.
Here's Ball. Rebound, Milwaukee. Maker's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Parker. They get it back.
Excellent timing on that tip in. That's something that makes him so good. I mean, just great timing in the air around the basket. A gift.
Now, here's Ball. Guarded by Bledsoe. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight. Now Bledsoe. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against San Antonio.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, trailing by 2. Shot clock at 5. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 8 points for Thon Maker.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Luke Walton is the 26th coach in Lakers history, and it was love at first sight for the Lakers. I mean, after one interview with the team and the top brass, the other interviews were all canceled, and the dream job was his for the taking, and I think he's going to turn out to be quite a good coach in the NBA.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter, less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Randall. Teletovic grabs the board.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Teams value the 3 so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. The Bucks number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Maker passes to Liggins. Brogdon kicks to Maker. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And doing a really solid job getting that ball inside. Much more of a physical presence here in the second.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
Clark, you were a fantastic rebounder your entire career. What do you feel gave you the edge over the other players in the glass?
You know, one of my fellow Buckeye greats, actually the greatest Buckeye of all time in basketball, I think, was Jerry Lucas. And he talked an awful lot about rebounding being more about timing and pursuit of the ball than anything else. And I had a good gift of timing, and I clearly was chasing down that pumpkin as well as most. And those were the things that allowed me to be a good rebounder. Good timing, good hands, and pursuit of the basketball. It wasn't complicated, but some of it was giftedness. The other part was persistence and hard work.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 8. It's good.
You got to be composed when you go inside, knowing that you're going to have some contact and resistance facing you. Ball unafraid to get it deep inside.
Here's Brogdon. Teletovic, the screen. There's the pick. Here's Liggins. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
4-on-3 break. That's tipped.
Ball's size and timing really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
Pass to Kuzma. Releases from 15. Rebound, Milwaukee. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Here's Liggins. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hart. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
Liggins. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Hart. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first half. At the elbow, Randall. Over Maker. Randall no good.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bucks lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, you know, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 15 points and 3 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
They were undisciplined, turning it over way too much. Poor ball handling, lazy passing. These guys have had to be counting their lucky stars that this game has not gotten away from them.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Antetokounmpo in this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And the Lakers have possession. All the big bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Bledsoe is out there with Chris Middleton. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Now here's Caldwell Pope and the dunk by Lopez.
Putting that Stanton to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
The Bucks trail. Bledsoe with it. Here's Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Brook Lopez.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Ball. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact. And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
Free throw good from Caldwell Pope. And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency. And you really got to be in awe at the way that Kentavious Caldwell Pope plays defense. So disciplined in this era of three-point shooting to kind of stay home on fakes and playing great position defense. He just sticks to his man like glue.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Down low. Here's Lopez. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
The up fake from Lopez working to perfection.
Now with Caldwell Pope, it's not like he's playing defense on just anyone. Greg, he usually draws the opposing team's top scorer as his nightly assignment.
Yeah, and he's earned that responsibility because of his play. I mean, typically plays a ton of minutes and never slows down during the game. All around fantastic defensively.
The first free throw is good.
Hey, Lopez is an all-star caliber big man. I mean, the key for him has always been staying healthy. When he plays, he's been very effective.
Lopez hits them both. Brook Lopez coming over to the Lakers this past summer in a deal for D'Angelo Russell. Strange to see Lopez not in a Nets uniform as he had been with the team so long, but he is someone this Lakers team wanted.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers saw a strong center to help take this team to the next level. Lopez gives you a lot and doesn't need a lot, so it'll be a big help with the maturing of this young Lakers core.
And here is Ball following the 3 from Eric Bledsoe. Ball kicks to Nance. Here's Ingram, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ingram's got 9.
And, you know, really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. You got to get a hand up, or he's going to bury it every time.
Now here's Bledsoe. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Nance dishes to Ingram. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Bucks trail by 5. Bledsoe outside. Fires at the elbow. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
Clarkson passes to Nance. To the middle. Here's Lopez, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, the big man, Brook Lopez, because he's so skilled as a scorer, doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively. He's not the most fleet-footed, that's for sure, but inside, I mean, he uses his size well to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. And the other critique of Brook Lopez at the defensive end has been his rebounding. Not, Clark, the kind of numbers you expect from a 7-footer.
But ironically, Kevin, his team rebounds better when he's on the floor, though. Both he and his brother Robin are very good at boxing out, using their body and their size, and that leaves their teammates available to chase down rebounds.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Hey, he just threw that possession away. Hopefully he learns from that and doesn't make the same mistake again.
Bledsoe against Clarkson. He dishes it to Lopez. In the corner, it's Ingram. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Bucks. Benson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Middleton inside the three-point line. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Can't hit from the elbow. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 13-3 run. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Middleton. But they get it back. Lopez dishes to Nance. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Nance has got 4 points this quarter. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. 10th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Bledsoe against Clarkson. Henson with the screen, expanding his range. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, we continue to see Antetokounmpo shoulder more of the load. A remarkable offensive player.
And here's Clarkson. He's got 9. Caldwell Pope passes to Nance, and Nance slams it in.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Parker. To the paint. Here's Middleton. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Middleton's got 11 points.
I really like how he used his body, got outstanding position on the boards, and then maximized it.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. In the corner, it's Ingram. Off target from three-point range.
Not a shot he should have taken in the face of such tough defense. He needed to get a better look.
It's deflected. And it's Lopez penetrating, and the Lakers tack on 2 more. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
And how about the mobility of Parker? I mean, running the pick and roll perfectionately.
Clarkson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Excellent D there from Parker.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
And dishes to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Nance a screen. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 12 points for him.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And the Bucks defense, not one of the strongest in the NBA, but they did a great job of creating turnovers. They didn't get a stop every time, but boy, they would often create offense with their defense.
Yeah, exactly. When you're not a strong half-court defensive team, being able to force turnovers and score off those can really be effective. And most teams are hard to guard in transition, and this Bucks team was exceptional in transition.
Timeout called the Bucks. Nice game. Great performance by Brook Lopez.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Jabari Parker. Tony Snell comes in for Antetokounmpo. DeAndre Liggins, who's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And Liggins kicks to Snell. Henson with the screen. And the rejection by Zubac. Pass to Kuzma. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Snell, the pass to Henson. And Liggins kicks to Teletovic. Got a hand on it.
Does not have a shot blocker's reach, but Randall makes up for it with excellent anticipation.
Kuzma. And the 3 off target. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Bucks trail by 11. Feeds it to Teletovic. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Teletovic has got his first points of the night.
Teletovic has great touch inside. A skilled scorer near the basket.
Now the pass to Zubac. Here's Kuzma. Here's Zubac. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Can't hit from in close.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Looking to get it going, and the layup by Brogdon. Brogdon's got 6.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Clarkson kicks to Randall. Pass to Kuzma. There's the feed to Clarkson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And what an advantage it is for players in the Bucks to be able to pick the brain of Coach Jason Kidd. Kidd is a player who found success in so many formats, under so many schemes, under many coaches, from winning NBA titles as well as international titles when he played the game.
I don't know how much more I can embellish that, but you're right, Kevin. There's a lot to be learned from old number 5. I mean, Kidd has also shown a knack for imparting his knowledge, which is rich and deep, to his guards. And when you've got a young team like the Bucks are, to have a coach with Kidd's experience and IQ, man, what a blessing for those guys.
And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
Lakers leading by 8. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And we take a look here at the shot chart for the Bucks.
It's pretty telling when you look at the shots they're missing from mid-range. Just not shooting a high enough percentage there, and it's hurting them. A lot of those misses have been heavily defended or with a high degree of difficulty. They need to take it inside, draw the contact, or get an easier look.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, you know, Malcolm Brogdon was the 36th overall pick in 2016 out of Virginia. A little older than most rookies over the last decade and when they come into the league, but I tell you what, the Bucks got a real winner here. He's going to be a long-time valuable player.
And he's good on the second. And for Brogdon, his age most likely a factor why he fell to the second round. Still, Clark, you know, the Bucks loved what he was about when they first met him coming out of the University of Virginia.
Yeah, hard not to love what he's about. Intelligent, focused, purposed, driven, skilled. I mean, his age may have worked against him in terms of where he was drafted, but it got him into a great spot for his long NBA career because he's going to have one.
Teletovic, the screen. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making the shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
Here's Hart. Drops one in from the wing. Hart's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Teletovic, the screen. Brogdon the pass to Snell. No one near Teletovic as he lets it go. Drills it from outside. Teletovic has got 5 points now this quarter.
This is how confident Teletovic is. Wastes no time at all in getting his shot off after getting the pass.
Now here's Randall. 6 points for him. There's the screen. Here's Clarkson. Here's Kuzma. Good on the 3-point shot. Kuzma's got 8 points.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
There's the dish to Liggins. 1:02 left to play in the 3rd. For 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the 2nd.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. In the 3rd spot, the Bucks.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Bucks trail by 6. Now Brogdon. He's got 7. Dishes it to Liggins. He kicks it to Maker from deep. That one no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Clarkson passes to Hart. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. So it's the Bucks now. 9-point game. Here's Liggins. There's a good screen. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Liggins has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Milwaukee. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
Hey, understand, so we're missing shots we normally make. This guy gets stopped. Keep attacking the basket.
And brushing off the misses, trying to fire up his guys. Jason Kidd asking them to be aggressive.
And that's when they're most dangerous. When they're controlling the pace, clicking on all cylinders, they are a tough out.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. All out there with Hart. Then it's Randall. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Liggins, no good. Lakers leading by 8. Ball dishes to Randall. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Back to Brogdon for the 3. Connects from three-point range.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Kuzma passes the ball. That one misses.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Pass to Liggins. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Toledovich setting the pick for Brogdon. Kicks it to Maker. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists in the game. Los Angeles leading by 5. Ball kicks to Zubac. Passes it to Hart. And it's ball in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets. And, you know, so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete, but Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court, a terrific passer, but more importantly, he's a guy that players like playing with. He really approaches the game like a 10-year vet.
And that one misses. And with Lonzo Ball, you've heard all the comparisons to Jason Kidd as how he plays and views things as if it's a chess match. Greg, pretty good company to be in.
I tell you, that just shows the lofty expectations Ball has been saddled with, and he's the ultimate team player and plays to win. There are questions about his game, but what I always say is the fact that the players he plays with tend to play their best basketball, which I think is a reflection of his game. The point forward skills of Giannis, another aspect of his great versatility, which is so maddening to try and defend.
Caldwell Pope wishes the ball. Lopez a screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Thon Maker. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
And he makes the first.
And, you know, certainly, Kevin, the strength of this Milwaukee team, one of the strengths anyway, is the length they have. I mean, have reach at all positions, but especially up front. They just need some time to develop, but a strong base is there.
He doesn't get the second one. And to help with the development with all the young length the Bucks have, well, they brought in Kevin Garnett to work with the team last season. What a great move. Exactly who you want to be in their head and in that role.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know KG from your time working with the Timberwolves when he was early in his career. And to have him work with Maker and Parker and Giannis, wow. And Giannis actually admired KG growing up, so even a bigger win-win to have him there. A big part of the conversation was having the right mentality to play and succeed in the NBA, and we know KG had the right mentality for a long time.
Well said, Clark. Well said. That's good from Ball. He's perfect from the line this time.
And, you know, last season the Bucks, showing their resilience as a team quite nicely, looked to be falling out of the picture in early February, but then came on strong to snag a playoff spot in the East. That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Caldwell Pope with it. Nance passes the ball. In the corner, it's Ingram. And again, the Lakers, no good. You know, the Bucks really did look dead in the water for a bit before the All-Star break. Lost Jabari Parker, being 8 games under 500. But boy, the month of March, 14-4, they really rallied.
Yeah, they found themselves in a big way. And despite losing Parker, they got some players back at the same time. And it wasn't a big change in the team. They just bared down against the challenge and adversity. A lot of close wins, and the team really started to gain confidence by virtue of winning those close games.
And here's Bledsoe. They set the pick. The baseline J. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
In the corner, it's Ingram. No good on the 3.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
And the rebound goes to Lopez.
It's just one of those games for him so far. Nothing seems to be finding the bottom of the net.
free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Clark, we have seen an influx of players who function as point forwards for their team. How difficult is that to deal with as a defender?
I think it's really hard. I think it just speaks to the versatility of a player. If a guy has forward size but point guard skills, then I think that makes him more valuable to his team and more difficult to defend because he can start offense, not just for himself, but for his team. And that puts your defense in a little bit of a quandary as to how you're going to deal with that kind of versatility in terms of scoring and playmaking.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Now here's Bledsoe. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. That's now 8 points for Eric Bledsoe. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Nance. Feeds the ball. Here's the screen. The pass to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Nance. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Parker dishes to Bledsoe from 12 feet out, and it's good. 2 points. Bledsoe's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. Lopez outside. Back to Caldwell Pope. Parker with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Looking to get back on track here.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. The feed to Lopez. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Parker with no one around, and a miss there on the triple. The Lakers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Now Ball. Here's the screen. Nance dishes to Lopez. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And, you know, when Lopez gets it rolling early, he can put up some big numbers.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Ball. Now here's Antetokounmpo. D right on him, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, you know, one of the things young teams typically struggle with is defense. I mean, no surprise that the Lakers have struggled in that area. A lot for them to clean up before they can battle with the big boys across the NBA.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Lopez. And it's Ball in the corner. Nance passes to Caldwell Pope. Tries again. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. And Clark, when you take a look at the Lakers' young core, do you see the potential for a top-flight defensive team?
Well, I think their talent is more tilted towards the offensive end. Still, I think they can become better by cutting down their mental errors defensively and focusing on the defensive rebounding and getting back in transition. Those things are correctable, and I think the young Lakers will have a chance to improve in those areas.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Ball. There's the pick. Here's Antetokounmpo. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Antetokounmpo's got 24.
Fantastic read by Antetokounmpo. I mean, ready to attack or spring up for the jump shot. Whatever the defense is willing to give him, that's what he takes.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's good from Brook Lopez. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Bucks trail by 10. Bledsoe kicks to Parker. Pass to Middleton from outside the arc. A rebound by the Lakers.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Caldwell Pope dishes the ball. Softly drops in the floater. Ball's got 7 now in this quarter.
And Ball has so much confidence on this floater in addition to a nice touch with it, so that makes it really hard to deal with.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Lonzo Ball.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Down low, here's Bledsoe, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Bledsoe. And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. I mean, opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
Solid trip from the line right there. Knocked him down, and it was easy.
Lakers leading by 12. Middleton outside. A 3-ball. No good from Bledsoe. LA has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Caldwell Pope kicks to Ingram. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. Nance passes to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Bledsoe for 3, and the call will be against Thon Maker. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Well, you still got to know the situation and be aware. I mean, he wasn't getting to that ball. Best to not get out of control and pick up that foul.
And he can't get the first one. Clark, we've seen the bench celebration become almost an art form in the NBA over the past few seasons. Are you surprised this is a thing now?
Not at all. Again, when everything is captured and documented, and you're going to have creativity and attention-grabbing celebration, so it's just part of the landscape.
Bucks trail by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Lakers.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And, guys, sometimes it's hard during the first meeting of the season to get a feel for a team. But these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and they have to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series here against the Bucks.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Lonzo Ball.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Back to Caldwell Pope. The 3 gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
Here's Ball. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where does your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.